What up, y'all? This that dirty toothpaste. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm driving, y'all. But usually I don't make videos while I'm driving. Well, not like these kind. But I had to. This Fat Joe situation is crazy. Yeah. See, when you do bad to people, sooner or later that shit come back to bite you, bro. Fat Joe has consistently been a dirtball his entire career. And I know that if you've been a dirtball your entire career, probably been one your entire life. Things that are done in the dark always come out to the light. Now, Fat Joe, a lot is coming out about him. Recently, the guy who wrote his first single, King's Son, he wrote Flo Joe. He came out and spoke about some of the things he saw while he was with Fat Joe. You should go look it up. But one of the key things that he said was that he noticed Joe didn't have no black guys in Terror Squad. Joe has consistently used black people. I'm going to show you how. Armageddon. Armageddon is black. He wrote a lot of Joe's music. Where do you see him at? He didn't look out for Armageddon. He didn't make sure he was good. All the black guys that you see, the three that I'm about to name, that was one. None of them got treated right. Then you got Percy. Rest in peace to Percy, who just recently passed away. He was real official muscle for Fat Joe. Now, these it's not even wiretaps. What I believe happened was Pistol Pete was trying to set TA up, and they were trying to use Percy to do it. TA is black, and that would be the guy that has this lawsuit that's coming out. He wrote a lot of Joe music. He got music with Fat Joe and Remy. He got a song called One Time. And if you go back and listen to that song should have absolutely come out. That shit was a hit. I know when I hear a hit. Fat Joe intentionally blocked that song because he didn't want that boy to make no money. He knew when you go listen to it, and you can hear that's who writes Fat Joe's rhymes. You can hear the way he rhymes. All you gotta do is replace his voice with Fat Joe's and you'll see. Every single person that wrote Fat Joe rhymes, I could show you who they are. And when you listen to them and you just replace Joe's voice, you can see it clear as day. So we got TA, Armageddon, and Percy. Percy was one of the realest niggas in Terror Squad as far as his muscle. You would always see Percy in music videos. You would see him, and it wouldn't be easy to see him. It would be easy to see him because he's the only black guy there. If you go look at the video with Ja Rule, Fat Joe, and Jadakiss, he's in that. Or if you go and look at the Lean Back, he's definitely in that. Now, they got this recording where Pistol Pete and Percy is on the phone. And the way Percy is speaking to Pete, you could tell who respects who more. And Percy said, nobody's touching TA. And you could tell Pete was trying to rationalize with him as far as why Percy should be touched. That's all I needed to hear to know who held more weight in the streets. I'm not saying Pistol Pete is a sucker, but I'm saying there's levels to this shit. And the way he was talking, or the way he be talking on video, the way he talk real nonchalant to niggas, and he's kind of disrespectful at the same time, but it borderlines disrespect. That guy wasn't on the phone with Percy. Percy wasn't trying to hear shit. The bottom line that he was making was that nobody's touching TA. At that point, Percy had seen that Fat Joe's a piece of shit. And he saw all of the black guys that were around them got used. And all the Spanish dudes, the ones that he held close, like Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete ain't got a talented bone in his body. But he makes sure Pistol Pete got money. He didn't make sure Percy had bread like that. From what I'm hearing he didn't look out for Percy the way he was supposed to. But Percy kept them wolves off his ass. See, I didn't really want to make a video about Fat Joe because I'm doing a little documentary on him. I'm working on it right now. So, next thing you know, on Juneteenth, guess who catches a lawsuit? And guess who it's by? It's by one of the black guys. One of the black guys that he treated like shit. Now, I just want to see if everybody gonna keep the same energy. Because Fat Joe, he was known for doing, they used to like to do the triz, you know, running the trains on girls and shit. That ain't my style. But as long as she grown, do what you want to do. But when certain people have a certain things they like, it's one thing if one person say it. It's another thing if another person say it. But when 3 people start saying shit, it probably happened. And Fat Joe was known for wanting to have threesomes with niggas and shit like that. Cuban Link was the first one to talk about it. It's just Cuban Link was with him when he was younger. So at this point, when TA is with him, now he fully turned out to the shit. And he know how to control people better. So the shit that TA was describing, yeah, sounds about right. Now, of course, this is not a criminal trial. But see, if y'all remember, when you have lawsuits like this that pop up, that got crimes in them, you know the feds is coming next. So I know Fat Joe is a little bit worried. Because you talking about money laundering. You talking about putting hits on people to have things physically done to them. And you're talking about a organization. And on the recording, Fat Joe is being addressed as the Don. See, I'm willing to bet some money that the feds done had them phones tapped for a minute. And that's not a wiretap. Because I believe that's a phone recording that Percy recorded before he passed away. And he gave it to TA. But how long have that phone call been in the system as far as this is a lawsuit and this is what's gonna happen? Did the feds just look at this like everybody else, or did the feds know about this a long time ago? Because just because we hearing something right now don't mean that this lawsuit wasn't being put in process months from that. Who knows? Like, I don't know. But I would love to know if the feds got people phone tapped, because if they do, oh man, Pistol Pete running around here admitting the crimes, admitting to chasing Tony Yayo. Oh man, y'all looking crazy out here. Then you got the sneaker store that's around my old way in NY. Every time I walk past that sneaker store, it's at least one luxury vehicle. And not just a regular luxury vehicle. It be big boy shit out there. Like a Maybach Benz. It's a Maybach Benz. Whoever's running that shit, that Maybach Benz is out there all the time. But then it be other shit sitting out there. And it wouldn't be a problem if that store had the type of traffic to command that. It don't be enough people in there. I've never seen that store crowded. So are they laundering money? It's so many things that got mentioned in that short amount of time in that phone recording. And it's enough to make the feds investigate hard body. Especially the parts about flying a 15-year-old on a private jet so you could have sex with her. Or the 16-year-old. Now, I'm not sure if she was in New York, but if that 16-year-old was in New York, oh, you out of here. Because the age of consent in New York is 17. So it looks like foundational Black Americans are gonna get what we've been asking for. To get rid of Fat Joe's ass. To get the beluga up out of here. Shout out to Cuban Link. And go check out that Cuban Link documentary. I did that. It's on my channel. But yeah, man. Like, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this situation. I got another video that's about to come out. It's talking about Mexicans being upset that Black people won't march with them. So check that out. Look out for it. I don't want to be on here too long. I just wanted to talk about this little Fat Joe situation. It's kind of crazy, but I'm going to enjoy watching it. Just on the simple fact that I can't stand Joe. Like, I can't stand that motherfucker for a bunch of different reasons. But the one major reason is that he's a culture vulture. The second reason, you shitted on one of the best rappers in the world. Like, I love Pun. That's one of my favorite rappers. So for you to do what you did to Pun, oh no. I can't never fuck with you, champ. Because one thing about me, I take friendship hard. Like, I really take friendship seriously, yo. That's why I got such a understanding about Cuban Link. Because I dig it. I'd be moving the same way. And for him to witness what he witnessed, and then for everything to happen to him the way it did, it's remarkable how strong he is and how he's still standing like it's nothing. I admire that about him. Because Fat Joe's a piece of shit. For him to take so much from Pun, and then after Pun is gone, to continue to take. That is what's crazy. And it shows he didn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. He never did. Joe cared about Joe. And he cares about being famous and being in front of the camera. Because all of them talented people that he had in front of him, just with Cuban Link and TA alone, my nigga. Just with them two. Son will have over 100 million. Easy. Easy. Cause the way Cuban Link would have crossed over would have been crazy. TA, I don't know how, well shit. TA had to be with him for a minute because that all the way up shit, I believe he wrote that. So for him to be able to pump hits out like that, then when you listen to that one time, bruh, come on. So that means son's spitting, like he got it. And you gon' not allow them to come out so that your fat ass could keep coming out? All you had to do was fall back. You know what? That nigga Pun made me rich. I'm gonna make sure his man blow. And I'm gonna make sure his wife good. And I'm just gonna fall back. The nigga Cuban Link gonna be the new Latino nigga that's popping for this generation. And then whenever TA came along, you could have ushered him in. Cause at that point, Cuban would have been, you know what I'm saying, going down. Cause we all got our peak. At that point, you know what I mean? Cuban Link, he would have been like a older artist. And you'd have had two and some. You'd have had Remy, but nah, it's about Joe. That's all Joe care about. And now you about to see the result of that. Yeah, people like him, they live for a minute. But boy, when it rain, it pours. This that dirty toothpaste.